What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Johnny Nelson. Johnny Nelson believes in mental warfare. In other words, Johnny Nelson explains why Tyson Fury should make Wilder angry in order to win a rematch. Okay, he goes on and he says that he knows if he can get Deontay Wilder angry, get him aggressive, get him going at it, then Deontay Wilder's going to walk onto shots. It doubles the impact. What you do is you say to someone you're knocking them out in X, Y, and Z round. Then they're waiting for that onslaught. They're waiting for that onslaught. They're waiting for that shot. Then 1 round's gone. Then 2 rounds are gone. Then 3 rounds are gone. Then the next minute, it's 6 rounds, and they're behind on points, waiting for this onslaught. It's a bit ballsy, but I don't believe Tyson Fury has any intention on going for the knockout early. I'll try to put him in layman's terms. We've all had little arguments with our partners. Sometimes one partner is better at getting the other one angrier, so you can't even speak straight, you can't think straight. That's what Tyson Fury needs to get Wilder into that state, because if he can get Wilder into that state, he's not going to think, right? This round, I've got to do this. He says, I just want to get rid of him. And that's where Tyson Fury jabs him, and let's see him walk into his shots. That's the idea. When you say these things, when you say what you're going to do in a fight, you've got to get up under the skin of your opponent to this point where he doesn't think tactics. He just thinks he wants to give you a good beating, and that's where you've beat your opponent. Mental warfare. He says, making a final prediction, Nelson said, I'm going on Tyson on points. I'm going for this I'm not going for this knockout business. So Johnny Nelson states that, hey, I'm not going for the knockout. It won't happen. Wrong strategy. He's with Ben Davison, right? Because that's what Ben Davison believed. That's what Ben Davison thinks, that he should do the exact same thing he did before because it worked for him. Now, in a perfect world, it did work for him. Unfortunately, this is the sport of boxing, the sport that I love, that I hate so much. This isn't a perfect world. And boxing is not a perfect sport. It's not judged the proper way. Judges are corrupt. Judges are bought. They're bought to sway the minds or the decision away from the fighter that probably has the less money, or the fighter that's on his way out, or the fighter that doesn't even supposed to win. Okay? They're all put in place to do certain things or to judge a certain way. Now, back to Johnny Nelson. He does have a point. It's very, very important that Tyson Fury does get up under Wilder's skin. Wilder's too relaxed right now. I don't like that. Wilder he should duplicate the same thing he did outside the ring, in the ring, like in this fight. Okay? Keep the same type of intensity. Make that animosity grow and build, the anger to flare with Deontay Wilder to the point he's so mad he's ready to cry out both sides of his eyes, right? Because that fight, you seen Wilder fight with emotion. He fought, just like Johnny Nelson said, wanting to give this guy a beating, wanted to knock him out so bad, wanted to put that pain to him. He wanted to do all these things to Tyson Fury that Tyson Fury had already got into his head before they even fought. And it showed during the fight. It showed that, hey, I want to knock this up. I want to knock him out bad. So what ended up happening, he ended up throwing shots, looping shots, big shots, missing big, okay? That he looked like a non-prize fighter. He looked like a dude that just came from a bar and he's throwing haymakers to knock out the dude across from the bar that spilled beer on him, right? That's what Wilder wanted, and Wilder I don't think he can think when he's really pissed off, But he does keep going. That's the danger about Wilder. He doesn't know when to quit. He doesn't know how to quit. He hasn't lost a professional fight officially. Officially, he hasn't. And one thing he will know and will try to do is land the same punch that he's been landing or winning with other opponents. Okay. Maybe Tyson Fury's already playing the mind games. Maybe he's just playing them in a different way. Let's look at what's going on in the sport. Let's look at his training camp, the rumors, the ankle, the foot rumors. We've seen the scars. We've seen the swelling. We've seen that purple lacerations around his foot and ankle. We see that. You know, could that be bullshit? Could that be just something that they're trying to feed to the public? Why is he so eager to show everyone that, hey, look, I got a bruise on my fucking feet and my ankle? Think about that. So it might be a different type of mental warfare, a type of warfare. Like I said, I don't like Deontay Wilder personally too calm, but guess what? Maybe Tyson Fury wants Deontay calm. Maybe he wants him too overconfident because he can go in there and expect something's going to happen and that something never happens. He doesn't get the right punch off. In fact, he might get knocked out. What if Deontay Wilder gets knocked out due to the mental warfare that Tyson Fury may be already putting on him? He's just in a different way. It ain't, you big dosser, nobody knows you, Deontay. Who have you fought, you bum? None of that. Now it's, oh, I'm injured. But he's not saying nothing. He's going to public events, UFC events, thousands of people with a limp, right? What makes you think he doesn't want people to know about that? That might be mental warfare. See, Johnny Nelson has a point. You know, you do something like that to get under Deontay Wilder's skin. Is if it worked before, why not work now? Listen, this is my counterpunch on this. I think, this is what I think. I think that Tyson Fury doesn't want to keep doing the same thing. He wants to mix that mental edge up a little bit. You know, because Deontay Wilder already sees that coming. He already knows that Tyson Fury is going to talk so much shit. He's going to pull an Ali Liston or an Ali Foreman. He's going to go intimidate people. He's going to roast you. He's going to talk all this shit about you. Deontay Wilder seen that coming and he knows what he has. That's why I think when those press conferences were around, he wasn't that mad because he was like, okay, I don't have to see him for fucking 2 or 3 weeks talk shit about me, getting into my head at these press conferences, these face-offs, calling me a big dosser and all that, right? So I think Deontay Wilder, I'm not going to say that he purposely didn't want those press conferences, but they happened nonetheless because remember, there wasn't going to be any, according to Bob Arum, right? There wasn't going to be any press conferences. It was just going to be, we're going to put it on TV for the football, and everybody watches football. It's the #1 fucking sport in the United States. Right? So he thought that people that watch football were going to piggyback on that particular fight because it was being promoted on that particular, in between, the yards, the downs, in between the game and the commercials and all that good stuff. So, but nonetheless, they still had that press conference, and Deontay Wilder was calm. Now, here's the deal. That calmness I'm talking about, it could easily be viewed as complacent. Yeah. See, you got a level of someone like Wilder in his last 2 fights. He's got his guy out of there rounds 1 last year against Brazil, round 7 last year against Ortiz. And all of these fights, both of these fights since the Tyson Fury fight, he's looked more calm, more patient even, to throw that right hand, to know when to throw it, the correct distance, the space, the timing. He needs all that, right? And he's focused on that one thing. Now, will he get wild? Will he become unglued? That can happen because Tyson Fury, if he keeps landing shots on Deontay Wilder, think about Deontay Wilder's last year opponents, right? Dominic Brazil really didn't even get any punches off before he got knocked out. The Ortiz fight, he was getting outboxed. Ortiz was doing a great job with no head movement, but that cost him the fight. It cost him to get hit. But again, we haven't really seen Wilder get hit in the wild. So who's to say Fury starts flicking that jab out there, that just flicking that jab and setting up that right hand, and he's not able to return fire. That may get Deontay Wilder off his game plan. It just may, you know. But I think this would, if this is mental warfare, I think it's done in a totally different way, right? Play the wounded warrior. Oh, I'm wounded, so I go in here, I'm flat-footed, so I won't be able to move. So Deontay Wilder will think he has this punch, and he won't be able to punch me because he thinks that I'm somewhat stable because I'm handicapped because I can't move left or right or dip or dodge. But then he might have another thing coming because it could be staged all at the same damn time. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that, guys. You guys tell me what you think of Johnny Nelson's strategy. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunch. Peace.